final nail in the coffin. And we head out to the United Center right now, and we welcome in Ben Gordon via ArenaLink. BG, fantastic game for you, 39 points. You had to know that the Detroit Pistons had lost to the Indiana Pacers, affording you an opportunity to move up to the 7th spot. Did you know that the Pistons lost? Did you allow yourself to do a little bit of scoreboard watching? And talk about your big performance tonight.
Yeah, during the game, everybody was well aware that, the Pistons were playing and we knew they lost as soon as it happened. So that was more incentive for us to go out there and play hard and, I'm trying to get this W.
And, Ben, talk about the 39-point performance. It has been a sensational year for you. And, Ben, I've really noticed that the rebounds are up for you, the assists are up for you, the steals are up for you. I'm a stat guy. You have been doing a better job of being well-rounded with your game this year. Talk about that and talk about this 39-point performance tonight.
This is a big game. This is a really big game. So I just want to come out and be aggressive from the jump. And, just play hard, the entire game. So, that 39 was well needed, and, this is a big win for us.
Ben, Eric Snow, how you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Tell me about just, how you're feeling now, being that you went to the playoffs, you played for a team that had a great deal of success during the season, but this year has been a little bumpy for you all. What are you doing? How's it different for you now, being that you have a younger guy like Derrick Rose on your team, that you can kind of tell him that your experience and what you went through?
I'm breaking up. I think I'm breaking up. I can hear you now.
Ben, sorry about the audio difficulties there and everybody watching at home. That's the way it goes sometimes. Eric, if you want to readdress your question, I believe we have the situation rectified. Ben, thank you for your patience.
Yeah, thanks. Basically, you've been there and you went to the playoffs. You had highs and lows in your career there thus far, and now that you have one of your key players being younger than you, what can you tell him as far as your experience, as far as getting ready for the playoffs during this stretch run and preparing himself?
That the level of play is gonna rise significantly. It's not gonna be the same as a regular season. Guys are gonna dig in on your deficiencies and really try and stop what you do well. So, in the playoffs, it's more of a cerebral game, and the intensity level is way higher. So, I think for a young player, especially a rookie, you're gonna have to go through it. As much as I can tell him and try and help him, he's gonna have to experience it and learn for himself.
And like, you've been playing great, and we speak highly of you here.
Thank you.
What is the one thing that you feel like in your game that if you feel like you can improve on to add to the things that you already do well, that's going to really take you to that level where you can just be what we think you are, is like a consistent all-star player?
I think on the defensive end I need to improve, and I need to improve on my decision making. Those are two things I'm definitely capable of, but as I continue to play and I get more experience, I just gotta focus more on those two areas.
Ben, let me ask you about the trade on deadline day that brought over both John Salmons and Brad Miller. And I specifically want to focus on John Salmons. He's been one of my favorite players for a while. In my opinion, he's the best player nobody knows about. And we're trying on a nightly basis to make sure people do know about John Salmons. Would your team have clinched a playoff spot, as you have, without John Salmons?
I don't think so. I think the trade was big for us. We started winning games more consistently. We started playing a lot better. Those two players really came in and helped us right away. Usually at the deadline when there's a trade, it takes a little while for guys to get acclimated to the system and everything like that, but they came in and fit in right away. And, John has been tremendous. He gives us another guy who can go out there on any night and get 25 and, really keeps the opposing team's defense off balance.
Ben, I'll tell you a little secret about John Salmons, since that's what we're talking about. Make sure when you go in the locker room, you ask him, do he still have my poster up? He used to keep my poster up in college. He said I was his favorite player. Yeah. I asked him.
Okay, I'm asking when I go in the locker.
Yeah, I signed. I give my autograph every time I play against him.
You signed it to him?
Yeah, sign my shoes and give them to me.
Oh man, wow! I'm a tease him about that one.
Hey, Ben, we appreciate your time. We enjoyed watching the basketball game. We live looked at it wasn't our game of the night, but we really gave the people out there in America and around the world a great look at your team in a must-win style game against the Bobcats, who really gave you more than you probably wanted here tonight. You had to sweat that baby out. Congratulations on the big performance individually and the win for your team. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, good luck.